had a hot take that we were like, that's not true. Tyler's 45 years old. He's separated from his wife. He has 3 kids. And he said the point of life is short-term happiness, not long-term happiness. Like you live every day for like the new thrill.
Like you go to bed happy, you wake up happy, but it's always a different thing every day.
And you never know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to, we told him, we were like, Tyler, we couldn't agree less. Like life is all about long-term happiness.
Also, the anxiety I received from that comment. I'm like, no, I could never wake up every day not knowing the reason why I'm happy.
And wanting to achieve something long-term is like a blissful life. Like that's the whole reason we do everything we do, right?
Yeah.
It's like compounding effects that equal happiness. And then he said, so we're arguing with him. He's like, it's short-term happiness. We're like, it's absolutely long-term happiness. You don't even invest money short-term. Like the way to get accumulated wealth is literally to invest it long-term. It's like everything should be long-term. And he's like, actually, I think the real reason is I know I can't achieve long-term happiness. So I have to go for the short-term.
That broke my heart.
And that was where the age thing came into play. Because it was like, I think he had tried so hard to achieve long-term happiness. And I think his wife had beaten him down. I think he was sad. I think he was just sad. And so he's like, for me, I have to live day to day now for happiness.
And I do understand. Well, I mean, when you think about it, women are a lot more futuristic. Men are a lot more present. And I do understand that living day by day can be healthy. But I also think there needs to be a balance where you do strive for that long-term happiness. And also for people like us who want that long-term happiness, it's important for us to see the happiness in each and every day, but more of like the little things.
Totally. There are little things like we have trips planned and things like that.
Yeah.
And those make us excited. But it's like, where do we want to be in 10 years?
Yeah.
And it's like that those strides are so much bigger than little jogs.
Yeah. Like when I wake up, the little things that will make me happy is recording or getting Starbucks. But I'm thinking about my long-term happiness every single day and what I want to do in the future.
That's why we go to therapy and things.
Yeah.
He also mentioned, though, he was like, listen, my wife nags all the time. And he said, women nag 90% more than men do.
No.
Is that personal?
No.
Oh, see, immediately.
No.
Yes.
No. A nagging woman is just asking for help. She's desperately asking for help from a man that is being willfully ignorant. No. Yes.
Okay, I kind of agree with both of you
I think
right now.
that a man, when he calls a woman a nag, it's because he's being willfully ignorant to the things that she's desperately and obviously asking for help with.
Okay, I think this is the difference.
My trigger.
Yeah. Well, it was. Whenever I'm asking for help or something, I think the way I phrase it is not a nag. Like, I phrase it in a way that's like, this is what I need from you, and this is why I need it, and I gotta explain it. But there are times where I'll be like, excuse me, you didn't do the laundry. And it's like, that for me is like the nag. And it goes both ways, but I do more of those than he does. Because I don't think men think the little things I don't think they bother with the little things.
Yeah.
I think we bother more with them.
Whenever I've nagged, though, like you guys both have valid points. I'm like truly 50-50 on this. Because when I think about my past relationships, whenever I've nagged, it's been because I've asked my partner to do something and they never did it. Like I've never come out of like the woodwork being like, oh my God, why haven't you cooked today? Or why haven't you done the laundry? I've said that because I'm like, okay, I've asked you like 30,000 times, bro. Just do it.
Yeah, and that's where she's saying, this is my thing. I expect so much more than Graham does. Like, I have these level of things that I'm like, this needs blah blah blah. And
no.
He's like, I'm cool.
I think women definitely do nag more, but I feel like it's because we do expect more. And also, not to toot our own horns, usually when someone we love asks us to do something, we do it right away.
We're very good at doing it.
Mike was telling my friends for a while that I'm a nag. Okay.
You tell your friends or his friends?
Mine.
Oh.
And they were like, yeah, Mike, you're right. Elon's a nag. Like, yeah.
God.
But I'm like, you guys, I'm going to start documenting the evidence of my nagging. And it's when he does the dishes, there's like me nagging is being like, can you like clean the gunk out? Can you run it? Can you complete the task? Like the task is not completed. So I started documenting when he would say, oh, Elon's being a nag. And they're like, okay, you're right.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like he'll do the dishes but leave like the food gunk, random utensils in there. Like it's not a completed job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's sad? I nagged so much in my old relationship, like along like my 5-year relationship, to the point where I just started doing everything myself because I was like, I can do it better than anyone, so I might as well just do it. And then that's bad too, because then you end up doing everything, and next thing you know, you're the cooker, the cleaner, the laundry person, and then that also makes the relationship really unhealthy.
See, I won't do that. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I won't be the one that does it. This is my thing. Also, Bethany Frankel said, if you want something done, give the task to a busy woman. And I think that's true. Like, we will get shit done 12 times faster than anybody else on the planet.
Yeah.
I think that all day long. However, if there's a dish in the dishwasher, or if there's a dish in the sink, and I've said it 1,000 times, put this in the sink. If I see it, I'm like, God, can you put the dish in? But he asks me all the time to please clean my hair out of the drain. I won't do it. But I won't hear about that. He'll be like, oh, and then he will do a little tit for tat score keep moment where I'm like, there's the dish in there. And he's like, I know, sweetheart. And there was so much hair last night. But I'm the one that I'm the nagger.
That's not good either, though.
No, but it's like, that's where I get the,
Oh, yeah, men don't nag.
they just let the little things go.
Yeah.
And we're more likely to bring those things up, I think.
No, I completely agree. I agree with both of you. Like, men don't nag, but the reason why women nag is because they're not getting what they asked for from a man.
Yeah, I do. I agree. I definitely think that's where it comes from.
Nag is like a derogatory term.
It's kind of like crazy girl. It's like, girls are never crazy. It's because a man made her crazy.
All day long.
Yeah.
And in this instance, I'm sure after 20 years of marriage, he was making examples of like, they fly first class and she's like, I would rather be on a jet. Like, I mean, this nagging was
yikes.
Totally separate. But then he was like, I think women nag 90% more than men. And immediately I was like, I think I agree with you.
That's fair.
Not for nothing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think we're the ones that propel things forward.
Well, in his defense, I feel like it's at some point it's kind of her responsibility to figure out a better way to communicate with him.
Mm-hmm.
Furthermore, he said he thinks it all comes from comparison, which comes from social media, which I thought was very interesting because she's constantly comparing herself to everybody else who's on a trip, who's got a nanny, who's got their kids are wearing XYZ, and she'll start nagging at him because of that. And he's like, and it all stems from social media. And I was like, interesting.
But what was super interesting was, so we asked him the reason he fell in love with his wife. Like, I was like, give us one, like the top reason. And he said it's because when I met her, she didn't care what anyone thought of her or us or anything. And now that's the reason he doesn't want to be with her, because she cares too much what people think. And I was like, imagine the reason you fell in love with someone is now the reason you fell out of love with someone. Like, that's so heartbreaking. Because he put that on like a pedestal, I'm assuming.
Totally.
It'd be like me being like, I love Alex because she is the funniest person in the world. And then one day you have no sense of humor. Like, and that's the reason why I don't like you anymore. Like, it's a very simple example, but it's just sad.
So I think it's so sad. And I think this has come up a lot because I experienced this with like big life changes. The reason Graham and I fell in love and where we were when we fell in love, the point we were at in life, completely changed when we got new jobs, moved to New York, stopped doing all the things we were doing in Oklahoma. Totally different people. And we had to step back and be like, wait, who are we now? And how do we love each other now? Because it's so different. And I would think when you bring kids into the equation, you turn into totally different people.
Yeah.
And you evolve over time. I think the problem is if we make that something we're scared of, if we become afraid to change because we don't know if our partner will still love us, then I think it's a bad thing. But I think if we allow ourselves to change and then our partner's like, okay, I love this version of you too. Like, I'm happy to change with you and like pivot. I think in his case, she started caring so much, probably because of comparison, probably because of some other needs, and they didn't evolve together, they evolved apart.
Yeah.
And I think that can be really dangerous. Also, I think a lot of times you're afraid to be yourself because you think others around you will judge you, but it's like, you're not even giving them a chance. Be your real self and give these people a chance to show up and be like, I love that version of you. I'm proud of you.